It's February 2nd, 2009. Um, I made like a little video blog about 3 a.m. today. And since then, now it's about 9 p.m. Thailand time, and I still haven't slept. So from 3 a.m. till 9 p.m. today, no sleep, man. And it's been a crazy, crazy day. Pardon me if I don't have the energy to like get into it all animated, but man, if you haven't slept in 24 hours, you'd be as tired and monotonous as me. But let me tell you about my day, man. You guys won't believe about what Thailand is like. When we got here and I made the last video blog, right after that I couldn't sleep. So me and Coach Che were hungry. So we walked down the street at 4 in the morning in Thailand, and we found this old lady, about 70 years old, with like a cane that looked like a cane straight out of the Lord of the Rings, and a hunchback, making pork on a little fryer on the side of the street. And she spoke no English, and we were starving, and we had no Thai money, only dollars, which they don't accept. So we had to sit there and try to negotiate with her for about half an hour to get our food. And her husband came out, and he was drunk, and his pants were open, and it was just, and he was sticking his hand in there and trying to shake our hands afterwards, and it was pretty crazy. And finally we managed to work out a deal where she gave me some sticky rice and pork, for a few American dollars, even though she didn't want to take the money. After that, we decided we wanted to rent motorcycles so we could have motorcycles to ride around Thailand for the whole month. So about 7 in the morning, we start walking around the street, seeing if we could find a place to rent motorcycles. And we ran into an Australian guy at 7 in the morning. We asked him about motorcycles, and he told us, yeah, there's a place that rents motorcycles real cheap. By the way, renting a motorcycle here for the week costs $30. So this guy told me, yeah, I'll take you to rent a motorcycle. So I hopped on his motorcycle, and he took me to the other part of town to rent motorcycles. And he dropped me off there. The place hadn't opened yet. He told me, wait here for an hour and they'll open up. And as I sat there waiting for an hour, I saw everybody waking up in Thailand, people driving to school. I mean, people take their kids on scooters to motorcycle. You have a father driving a motorcycle, the son in the front, the daughter in the back, and he's taking them to school. It's like a motorcycle culture here. And I sat there thinking, man, if this place doesn't open up and I don't get a motorcycle, I don't know how to get back to where I'm staying at in Thailand. I don't even know how to speak Thai, so like I'm stranded here, deserted in Asia, not knowing how to get back to my camp. And I finally got the motorcycle, and it's pretty crazy. I walked in there, and the lady told me, no, I can't take American dollars. So I told her, I don't have any, Thai money. She goes, no, go to the bank. It's a few miles away. I go, I don't have a car, I don't have anything. So she told me, here, you take the motorcycle, go get the money and come back and pay me. And I thought that was just crazy. They just give you the motorcycle until you come back and pay me later. But I guess that's part of Thai culture. After that, I took the motorcycle, exchanged all my American money, about $500, into Thai baht, which is the currency that they use here. Baht, B-A-H-T. And after that, we went to Tiger Muay Thai, the camp where we're training at. And when we show up there, Marcos is already like deep into teaching a class, teaching a jiu-jitsu class, doing all kinds of, triangle, chokes and variations with about 20-30 students who are all totally into it, totally absorbing the technique. And I sort of just showed up on my motorcycle after that. One of the guys at the camp took us to a nice little restaurant. And after that, what else did we do? We went to the supermarket here. We drove like about 5 kilometers on these motorcycles in heavy traffic, and people here drive like crazy. They drive on the other side of the road. I'm surprised more people don't die daily with the way people drive around here. I mean, it's pretty dangerous driving a motorcycle in Thailand. It's like New York on steroids, the way that people drive here. Went to the supermarket. Supermarket here is insane. It's like Walmart plus 10, electronic stores, all kinds of stuff. And when we went into the supermarket, every item we wanted to buy, nobody spoke English. So we'd have to mime everything. For example, I wanted to buy an alarm clock because I'm notorious around FFA for being late for everything. I said, I don't want to be late while I'm in Thailand to go train. So I said, I need an alarm clock. And I would go up to every lady and go, oh, can I get an alarm clock? and none of the ladies in the stores would know what I was talking about. So eventually I figured out that the best way to communicate was through mine. So I would do something like, oh, if I need an alarm clock, I would walk up to one of the tellers and I would say, I need beep, 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 beep. And then she would look at me and it would click in her head and she'd go, and she would say alarm clock in Thai or something like that, and she'd take me straight over to the area where the alarm clock is. When I wanted bread, I would grab the cheese that I found in the supermarket and I would pretend I was slapping 2 pieces of bread over it and go, arm, and she would go, and point me to the bread. So basically every item I bought, I'd had to mine my way into making them understand what I wanted. The worst was trying to buy a watch, you know. I was trying to buy a waterproof watch, and every time I would go up to somebody and I would point at my wrist, they would give me the time. And I was like, no, I don't want the time. I want a watch. I want my own. I want that. And I pointed at the guy's watch. He thought I wanted to take his watch. It was very awkward. The culture shock is very strange around here. Then I went to go train. Trained Muay Thai with a bunch of pro Muay Thai guys here, straight up Thai guys, speak very little English. Most of what they know in English is stuff like left, right, kick, punch, elbow, you know. Obviously English that they learn teaching Muay Thai to foreigners, you know. The camp is insane, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next vlog. After training, what did we do? We came back to the camp, and there's a guy who lives right next to my bungalow, a guy named Klaus, which is a really interesting character. And Klaus was a former lieutenant commander in the French Legion Army. And he invited me over for a beer, you know, and I said, you know, how am I going to deny the hospitality of this guy offering me a beer in a foreign country? I said, oh, I'm going to go have a beer with him, you know, and sat down, he offered me whiskey, we started talking. He told me about his experience in Thailand, how he came here for a month vacation and ended up staying here for 5-6 years. And that seems to be the story with a lot of people that I meet here in Thailand, foreigners. They're people who come here on vacation, end up loving it so much, and end up staying here and living here for 20-30 years. So just to give you an idea of how much people love Thailand when they get here. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful country. When you're driving down the road, you'll see, you know, a temple, a Buddha statue on the top of the mountain. And to see a Buddha statue on the top of the mountain, that thing must be huge when you're up close to it. The temples are crazy. Just little things that I saw throughout the day that I don't know if they'd interest you, but just blow my mind. Like, you know, just the little details of everything. You know, the stray dogs on the street, the little shacks that people have their businesses in, the little food stalls on the side of the street, you know, all kinds of stuff. I mean, Thailand is literally, like, it's, I've only been here for a day and I'm amazed by this country. I'm at a loss of words about it, and to be honest with you, I mean, if you ever have the money, I recommend that you come out to Thailand. It's my first day here and I'm already falling in love with it. And if you don't see me in March back at the gym training and teaching, you know that I ended up like all these other foreigners. I ended up staying here because I loved it so much, you know. And that's about it, man. Thailand, you know, land of 1,000 smiles. I think that's what they call it here. Everybody's really friendly. Everybody greets you and says "Sawadee krap," and you know, and everybody's very nice. And even the foreigners that we meet are very nice to us, you know. And all in all, my first day, I'm pretty proud that I've been able to accomplish so many things in the first day. I was able to figure out how to find the banks and change my money and find out how much American dollars equals Thai dollars, and go out and rent a bike on my own and find a supermarket and shop and, you know, and meet people and find out little locations to go visit and stuff like that, and, you know, and I feel pretty resourceful. So, you know, I feel that I accomplished more in one day in Thailand than most foreigners do within their first month here.